So Celtic kept up their unbeaten run in the league yesterday after destroying Hibernian 3-0 at Celtic Park. We, of course, will discuss the fallout from that game, whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours, which includes the unexpected boost we have received ahead of our Champions League return this week. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Kasper Schmeichel took to Instagram to celebrate his man-of-the-match performance in Celtic's 3-0 victory over Hibernian, where his crucial saves kept a clean sheet and helped the Hoops secure another important win. It was the summer signing's 11th clean sheet in the league this season. Posting a series of match photos, Schmeichel captioned them, "Another strong performance and important 3 points." The Danish goalkeeper, who joined Celtic on a one-year deal, was pivotal as Hibs created several clear-cut opportunities, particularly in the first half. Schmeichel made vital one-on-one saves to deny Mikola Kuharovic and Eli Yuan, preserving Celtic's lead when their defensive line looked shaky. Brendan Rodgers was full of praise for the 37-year-old stopper after the match, labelling him world-class and confirming that Celtic have an option to extend Schmeichel's contract for another year. However, Rodgers remained tight-lipped about when or if the decision to trigger that extension would be made. Schmeichel's experience and composure have clearly been an asset to Celtic in recent weeks, particularly with the club navigating a demanding schedule in both the Scottish Premiership and Champions League. Celtic fans, particularly the Green Brigade, made sure Schmeichel knew just how much his performance was appreciated. Towards the end of the game, the Ultras section adapted the lyrics of Wham's Last Christmas to include the keeper's name. In other news, Celtic manager Brendan Rodgers has discussed the fitness of Hoops winger Nicholas Kuhn, with the German substituted at half-time against Hibernian this afternoon. With Kuhn coming off for James Forrest, it was a substitution that not many would have anticipated during the game, raising concerns that Kuhn may have picked up a knock ahead of the Champions League clash with Dinamo Zagreb on Tuesday. With Rodgers later revealing whether the Celtic winger had indeed suffered an injury. He said, "They all came through and we were able to recover some players today and give others game time, and it sets us up perfectly for Tuesday." Good news for all Celtic supporters, as Nicholas Kuhn is likely to play a significant role against Zagreb. His performances in the Champions League this season have been outstanding, and against RB Leipzig in particular, he was a class above. That is exactly what the Hoops need in a tough venue like Zagreb, where the Croatian champions will undoubtedly provide a tough challenge for Celtic. Kuhn's ability to go past players is unmatched in this current side. While James Forrest impressed off the bench this afternoon, starting Kuhn and utilising Forrest against tired legs later in the game seems like the perfect formula for a positive away result in Europe on Tuesday. In other news, Celtic's 3-0 victory over Hibernian at Parkhead saw Arne Engels open the scoring after he returned to the team, finishing off a well-worked move involving Nicholas Kuhn and Alistair Johnston. After the match, Johnston spoke about the blossoming partnership he is developing with Kuhn on the right flank, a connection that continues to bear fruit for the Hoops. Johnston, who provided the assist for Engels' goal, expressed his satisfaction with how he and Kuhn are combining. "I've built a really connection with Nick. He understands when to play me on the overlap," he told Celtic News. "Guys know that when I get to the line, they've to get to the near post. I think it was a fairly routine finish for Arne in the end. I was happy for him to get on the score sheet and for us to get that early goal." The Canadian right-back has been a consistent attacking outlet for Celtic this season, frequently bombing forward to stretch opposition defences. His understanding with Kuhn, who operates ahead of him on the right wing, has added another part to Celtic's attack. Johnston's overlapping run and subsequent cutback allowed Engels to tap in from close range for the opener. It's clearly a move that's worked on in the training ground, with the players all knowing what to expect when the Canadian gets into position. The goal showcased not only the fluidity of Celtic's play, but also the awareness and movement required to capitalise on such opportunities. Johnston's intelligent decision-making and Engels' anticipation made the goal look simpler than it was. Johnston has just got better and better, and with Kuhn on form ahead of him on the pitch, it's no surprise to see AJ's numbers rack up. In other news, Celtic manager Brendan Rodgers has been consistent in his desire to tie left-back Greg Taylor down to a new deal at Parkhead. The 27-year-old's current contract in Glasgow's East End expires at the end of this season, meaning he is free to speak to clubs about a free transfer next summer in less than a month. Rodgers, though, is desperate to get Taylor signed up for the long term at Celtic. He has continually reinstated his wish for the defender to put pen to paper, and that was no more coherent than before the Hoops' 3-0 win over Hibernian yesterday. The manager was asked pre-match about the left-back's contract. "He's been invaluable," said Rodgers. "Just how he plays the game for us, his attitude, mentality. He's a player I really, really want to try and ensure we can keep here because he offers us so much in so many moments. You saw during the week how he settled the game for us, plays the role perfectly, how I would want it to be played. He can make those passes in the final third that make the difference, so he's been good. Taylor's performances and what he brings to the team go under the radar at times. He was the difference maker off the bench on Wednesday against Aberdeen at Punditry, setting up Reo Hatate for the winner with a sublime chipped pass. The defender was once more effective yesterday, getting on the ball high up the pitch and wreaking havoc for the opposition with his movement and positioning in the inverted role. The ex-Kilmarnock man's desire to sign a new deal with the Scottish Premiership champions remains unclear, but he will be in Rodgers' long-term plans should he stay. The next few weeks and months will be key for Taylor's future. Lastly, former Celtic winger Aidan McGeady was asked to compare the current Celtic team to those he played in from 2004 to 2010. McGeady, who played under the likes of Martin O'Neill and Gordon Strachan, enjoyed European success as a highlight under both managers alongside domestic triumphs. However, he struggled to draw comparisons when put on the spot by Stephen Thompson. McGeady said, "They are not as good, I don't think." Oh, sorry, I'm kidding. It's a funny one because the competition isn't quite the same from when we all played, especially from Rangers, but Celtic can only beat what's in front of them, and at the minute they are convincing and are going to wrap the title up very early, I think. They have been so good going forward and have been defensively very good as well. The way the team are playing and the strength in depth they have got, they are a joy to watch. It was quite unfair for Thompson to put McGeady on the spot, especially as he is clearly new to punditry. McGeady had no intention of disrespecting the current Celtic side in any way. He clearly enjoys the current Hoops side, who are as exciting as ever to watch under Brendan Rodgers. With other sides in Scotland failing to match Celtic's current level, the team is in a great position at this stage of the season. However, with a busy fixture schedule ahead, Rodgers and the players will not be getting ahead of themselves by any means with Dinamo Zagreb ahead on Tuesday night. Celtic fans, what are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. That does bring us to the end of today's video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you